Ratio Beerworks is one of the best places in the world. And I've been to Puerto Rico, so you know I'm serious. Ratio's a brewery in Denver, Colorado, which is not a very special thing because there's tons of breweries here. But Ratio is the best brewery with the best people and one of the best comedy rooms in town, which is crazy because it's this big cavernous room full of metal stuff where you think comedy shouldn't work because the ceiling's very high and it's not very intimate, but the shows here are all killer, the audiences are great, it's the best time in the world. So we decided to start a Live at Ratio series where we record comedians, audio, video, the whole thing. Just do these killer sets, put them up online for free to just let everybody know about all the cool shit happening here at Ratio Beerworks. See you later. I'm very strong. This is full. Number one.
Keep going for Andrew Bueno, everybody. He made the speakers pop. That's a gentleman's move. Let's just start with the About Me section of this. Number one, I love films. I love film. I don't watch movies. I watch films because I have glasses, so I watch films. Have you guys heard of this shit? Favorite film? Okay, here we go. The Hulk Hogan sex tape. Have you seen it? Have you guys seen this? It's a film, I guess, but here's my favorite things about the Hulk Hogan sex tape. One, how often do you get to see a man with hot dog skin sexually disappoint another person? Unless your boyfriend has hot dog skin, I guess. That's the... Two, at one point, when he's making love to a woman, he goes, brother. He calls the woman brother. That's a power sex move. If you lock eyes with a woman and just be like, you're my brother now. But he goes, brother, I'm too full for this. And I was like, has he been watching my sex tapes? Because I say that all the time. Like, you've never eaten a bunch of sushi, then someone's like, let's have sex, and you're like, no, I gotta lay this one out. I was sushi belushi tonight. I went nuts. Hit me up in a week. I'm gonna work this all out. It'll be fun. Oh, man. And then in the Hulk Hogan sex tape, he also wore a bandana the whole time, which is the only protection he used. Where he's like, I don't care if I get a disease, but if anyone realizes how bald I am, this will be embarrassing for me. And I feel that way a lot, too. Sex is cool. Speaking of sex, give it up for my parents, everybody. Give it up for Doug and Nikki. Dude, they had sex once. I know twice. I have a sister. I don't talk about her. At least once. They had cool sex once, and that's cool. My parents, they came here to visit me in Denver, Colorado. Can you believe it? Doug and Nikki made the trip out, brought the Kia out, didn't give a fuck. They came out. And my parents are two 64-year-old retired school teachers from a place called Columbus, Nebraska. Big fans of Columbus, Nebraska in the house. Columbus, Nebraska, here's an interesting fun fact. Named after Columbus, Ohio. Because Nebraska is like one of the greatest places in the world, but it's the dumbest fucking place in the world at the same time, where they're just like, what should we name this town? I don't know. What was that place we had those great sandwiches earlier? This could possibly be like a genocidal maniac's name. Let's just go with it. Yeah, I'm going in on Christopher Columbus. I don't give a shit. Also, I went to Columbus High. The mascot was the Discoverers. The Discoverers. Which forever I was like, that's not a real word, right? We were just fucking with people. We didn't know what conquistador. That was too hard to spell. Just make a word up. But, and like Nebraska, like I said, it's kind of a dumb place, but it's the greatest place. One, fucking, here's all the famous people from Omaha, Nebraska. I'll get specific. I won't pull the Maroon 5 guitar player from Lincoln into this, because we don't need to get that messy. Marlon Brando, Malcolm X, let's see, Warren Buffett, a very rich man, I suppose. And 311, okay, 311, all born in Omaha, Nebraska. The professional wrestler Sting. One time I said Sting and someone goes, which one? And it's like, the one that's not fucking British, dude. What do you think? Like, And he was like, you know what, I'm from Nebraska, but let's have fun. Let's just have fun. So Nebraska's like there's a lot of cool, and it's a very depressing place, so you just drink a lot. And like, I imagine the pilgrims that founded, pilgrims, pioneers. I went to a community college, goddammit. I still think the internet's from space, leave me alone. But the pioneers that founded Nebraska are a lot like me. I feel like that's why I can relate to them. Because they're like, we're going to Oregon. This is going to be tight as hell. We're going to go there. We're going to hang out on the beach and just smoke doobies. And then they start on like the Oregon Trail and they're just like, fuck. Like, how long is this going to take? That's too long, man. Like, can I just live here? Like here in this place that we're referring to as the Great American Desert? Can I just live here? Oh, there's no trees and I have to make my house out of dirt? That's fine. I don't want to go anymore. I live here now. This place is called Columbus. This is where I live. And I feel like the people that founded Denver, I feel like they were a little more into it. And then the second they saw the Rocky Mountains, there's like, fuck that. We live right here now. I'm not going up there. That looks too tall. But anyways, Doug and Nikki came to Denver, Colorado to visit. What do y'all think the first thing Doug and Nikki wanted to do when they got here was? One time someone goes, go hiking. And they said it like that because it's Denver and you have to say it like that. You have to say it whimsically. And that's a perfect place to take two fucking old people that have lived in the flattest place in the world all their lives. Like, physical challenge, Nikki, go up this fucking mountain right now. I'm gonna get your lake house sooner or later. Might as well be right now. Have fun. Eat all these edibles and go up the mountain. Anyone that said anything about weed, you nailed it. Doug and Nikki wanted to go to the weed store. That's what my mom called it. She's like, take me to the weed store. And I was like, well, Jesus Christ, don't you want to see my apartment first? See where I live? And she's like, no, you're an idiot. You probably don't even have a couch. Take me to the weed store. And I was like, that's a pretty fair assessment. So I took my mother to the weed store because I'm a good son and also chill as hell. And I take her, and she's doing like the fired up, passionate dispensary mom routine where she's like, what's that? I want to smell it. Give it to me right now. With the electric wizard, bring it over here. What's this? Bone throne? I'm smelling everything. What are these keychains? Just shove them in my mouth. I feel so alive. And then my dad, Douglas Terry, was doing this move where he was standing back by the door, just kind of nervously doing this, like he was just waiting for them to cancel legal marijuana so he could bail. So he could be like, I knew it. Like all of a sudden I was gonna pull a gun and badge out and be like, get on the ground, Doug. I've been on the world's longest, dumbest sting operation. We finally got you, you fucking criminal. What did my parents do at the weed store? Thank you for asking. Thank you so much. They bought the most weed cookies I've ever seen anyone buy in my life. Like a dumb amount. Like where my friends that don't have jobs that are a bunch of Cheech and Chong ding-dongs wouldn't fuck around with that many. Where they'd be like, that's dumb. I have to work eventually. I have to go get more money from my parents in a month. I can't eat that many. But they bought a shitload of weed cookies and they got a cabin in Estes Park and vanished for a month. Just off the grid. Like nothing from my parents except for one Facebook post from my dad. He's a cool dad. He's got Facebook. Adam tonight scared the shit out of him. And it just said, these cookies rule, and then had the most exclamation points ever. Where it's like he either fell asleep on the keyboard or was that excited. Oh, man. And then what'd they do? Oh, they took all those shits back to Nebraska. My parents are drug smugglers. Nikki got a neck tattoo and a knife. She's embraced the lifestyle. She stabbed cousin Jason for being a bitch. She was fine. He was being a total bitch. I don't know if y'all are aware of this. I'm a very cool guy. Don't make that face at me. I'm a cool guy. I try so hard to be cool. I know I look like an undercover cop at the Warped Tour right now, but I'm a very cool guy. And as a cool guy, I do drugs sometimes. Hell yeah, I do drugs. I'll do drugs, dude. My rule with drugs, though, I'll do whatever as long as I don't have to pay for it. Like, if you're just like, hey, you want to do drugs? I'm like, oh, this is like a chill-ass Groupon. Let's do this. So I've done most drugs for free, and that makes me that shitty friend. But I don't force it on anybody. But here's the story. I was at my favorite dive bar in Omaha, Nebraska, home of 311, and they were all there, Peanut and the gang. We just had our shirts off, and we were slapping each other on the chest and laughing like we do. But, and it was Cinco de Mayo, so, like, as a white person, I was very drunk during the day and just yelling shit. And I just went through a breakup, which, I don't know, you guys probably have never been broken up with justifiably and then gotten drunk and did drugs to try to get back at the world on Cinco de Mayo, of all days. But that's what I was doing. And my way was, I was just like, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna do whatever. And one of my friends was sleeping face down on the bar. It was about 4 p.m., he deserved it. Had a long day. He's face down, and he just pops up like the goddamn Undertaker. Just like, Jesus. And then he goes, dude, you want to do some drugs? And I was like, hell yeah, I got nothing to live for the next 24 hours. Let's have some fun. Let's do some drugs. I start walking to the parking lot. He takes a hard left to the men's restroom. And I was like, uh-oh. Weed's not an inside drug. What are we doing? And I wound up snorting something off the end of the key I used to get my mail, which may or may not be a double federal crime. I'm gonna Google that later. And don't do this. If you're gonna be a cool dude doing drugs out in the world, or a cool gal, I don't know if you guys know this, ladies can do drugs now. Have you guys heard this shit? They have noses and butts and everything. It's crazy. But if someone's like, hey, you want to do drugs? You go, yes, what drug is that? Please do that. You should do that. I didn't do that because I got nervous where I was like, I don't want to be uncool. I'm a cool guy. I want to be cool. So I just did it. And then very casually was like, oh, yeah, by the way, what was that? I know, but Connor doesn't fucking know. Could you let him know? He looks like a stupid idiot, but I know. I got it. And my friend goes, oh, dude, that was Molly. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Molly's not dangerous. Teenagers and rappers do it. It's like, teens still have all their fuck muscles. They're fine. So I did Molly, and smash cut to me frantically Googling on my phone, what is in Molly? Because I had no idea. Turns out fucking everything's in Molly. Every drug's in Molly. Someone in our world was like, I really want to do all the drugs, but I also want to dance. How do I gotta have more dancing time and less doing drugs. Just call it Molly. I need to dance. So I did Molly. What did I do? Did I fuck someone like an animal, like Trent Reznor's always doing? Did I dance my heart out? No, the only dance I can do is this one. I watched 28 episodes of King of the Hill in a row on Molly. That was my Molly trip. I connected with Bobby Hill on a deep level where I was like, oh, fuck, he loves baths as much as I do. Holy shit. So do drugs and watch King of the Hill. That's my overall message. Are y'all familiar with the concept of Rumspringa? Okay, all right, cool. If you aren't, here we go. There's these people called Amish people. They got the big old beards, the dumbass hats, and the big scary dogs called horses. They got all that stuff. Get up real early in the morning and build barns and shit. Real boring, real terrible people. Why would you do that? But they have a tradition where when you reach a certain age, you get to leave Amish town. Like when you're a cool teen, you get a rollerblade out of there. So they don't believe in rollerblades. So you just stoically walk out of Amish town. And you come into our society, our fucking goddamn dumb society full of sexual deviants that have sex with feet. They come in our society where they get to do all the shit they can't do, which I'm assuming is just cocaine, finger banging, and turning the lights on and off. Where it's like, hell yeah, dude, this is great. America's #1. Look at this. This is the best. Hell yeah. And then they come back to Amish town and they decide if they want to stay in the Amish religion or leave and just come back out and work at like Costco or something fun. And that's literally the most open-minded thing a bunch of white dudes with beards have ever done, where they're like, let's give people a choice. What? Okay, fine. I gotta build this barn. I'll be back later. My question for y'all, do juggalos have something like this? Is there a Fago Springer available for young juggalo teens? They gotta come into modern society for 5 goddamn minutes and just be like, what's a checking account? What the fuck? Wait, and they just put on khaki pants and just be like, where are all the pockets? What the fuck? I just imagine a juggalo teen coming back to the trailer park. That's mean. They probably live very nicely. Back to the trailer park surrounded by burnout Burger Kings. And they're like, hey, Dad, hey, whoop, whoop, family. I know the drill. I got it. I wish you didn't have those tattoos, but that's a whole other talk. Hey, Dad, I have real bad news for you guys. I'm so sorry. I listened to jazz and read an entire book. I can no longer be a juggalo. I'm so sorry. I have to leave. Making fun of juggalos. That's literally the last group of people you can freely make fun of and no one gives a fuck. Not even juggalos. Like, there's never going to be a Jezebel article that's like, leave them alone. They're not that sweaty. Just let them stand in that field. Oh, fuck. One thing I really love is I love history. Oh, baby, I love history. My dad, I mentioned him earlier, Douglas Terry, real cool guy. He was my history teacher in high school, which means I slept through history class. It was tight as hell. But I love history now. And, here's something. I was doing drugs by myself like I'm wont to do. Because if you do them around people, you look at people's faces and you're like, you look like monsters. I don't want to do drugs anymore. Do them by yourself, you just end up making monster noises by yourself and having the best night where you're like, hell yeah. And it's like, oh, monster voice. But I watched a bunch of documentaries and I had this thought, follow me along on this. At one point in human history, someone had to decide what was food and what was not food. Whoa, right? Whoa, dude. If you're high, it just blew your mind. If you're just a normal human being who wants to laugh, sorry. But if you think about it, there was fucking cavemen that had to be they had to eat rocks at some point. Some caveman named Jeff had to eat a fucking fistful of rocks because they had no idea if it was food or not. It was just like, Jeff comes back to the cave the next day. They're like, what's up, Jeff? And he's like, yeah, that was not food. That fucking sucked. That hurt real bad coming out. It was the worst. No more rocks. I'm waiting for a documentary made about the cavemen where it was just a guy eating rocks and then a bunch of baseball slides over it. That'd be so tight. But anyways, then I got way more into it because I was like, there's all kinds of shit that is food that if you look at it, you're like, there's no way that's fucking food. No fucking way. Like a pineapple. Have you seen a pineapple out in the wild? Some hard-bodied Polynesian dude just pulled this big-ass pine cone out of the ground. It was like, I'm gonna fucking cut this open and eat whatever's in there. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready. I'm emotionally available. And then I got even further into it, because if you think about clams and oysters, right? Some hard-bodied Polynesian dude was just out in the ocean, and he's like, look at these dumb fucking rocks. I'm gonna break one open and eat whatever's in there. I don't even give a fuck. Still emotionally available. Hope I get horny as hell eating all this slime. And then I got on this, mushrooms. Oh, by God almighty, mushrooms. What? Mushrooms? Like, mushrooms are the fucking choose your own adventure of the food kingdom. Like, if you just go in there unprepared, shit's gonna happen to you. Like, there's 3 things. One of 3 things can happen if you eat a random ass mushroom. First one, you fucking die. You die. What? That sucks depending on how you feel about yourself, but that's a bummer. Second thing, you get high. You get so high. It's like the best high. Last time I did mushrooms, I beat the Simpsons arcade game at a beercade. At least I think that's what I was doing. I could have just been standing in an alleyway going, why does Marge have a vacuum? This game's sexist. The third thing that can happen if you eat a random ass mushroom, nothing. What? Nothing. You just make an amazing risotto with your friends. That's like, I feel like that's like one day Jeff didn't come back to the cave and they're like, what happened to Jeff? What did he eat? Some hard-bodied Polynesian dude had to make a chart to figure these shits out. And he's like, which one did Jeff eat? The brown one that looks like Snoopy's face? He's dead. Okay, no more brown Snoopy-faced mushrooms for anyone. I know, okay, I mentioned hard-bodied Polynesian guys too much again. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure everyone in human history was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I feel like he was there at the beginning of time in a white t-shirt standing in a swimming pool holding 2 French bulldogs. And that's how the world was created. He was just like, cool, and then it just sprang forth from his giant penis. That's how it works. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to tell you guys about this. This is a fun thing to talk about. Raise your hand if you ever were in like a real bad breakup. Like a real terrible... If the person's sitting next to you right now and you're going through it now, that makes it even better. Like, we came to this goddamn show and I hate your mother. Like, okay, raise your hand now if you ever had a terrible breakup over the Beach Boys song Kokomo. Half the room, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know, sometimes I do shows to cool teens and I have to explain to them what puppets are because they have no idea. Like, teens don't know about shit, man, but I'm like, it's felt. You put your fucking hand up its butt, Aiden, get with it. And if you haven't heard the Beach Boys song Kokomo, okay, it's the one that goes, Bermuda, Bahama, come on pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby. He's just naming islands. That's beautiful fucking poetry to me. Some people will be like, that's the worst Beach Boys song. And I don't mean to be a preach boy about the Beach Boys, but all their songs are pretty fucking stupid when you get down to it. They weren't really, like, there was a bunch of guys that didn't surf that wrote songs about surfing. Not since Sum 41 has anyone tricked us in that way. They weren't partying that hard, I know it. And then they just started writing songs about being on a boat and depressed. That's fucking boring as hell. Just talk about islands, I know. So I ironically loved the song Kokomo because I'm a white dude in my 30s. Why not? Let's make a personality out of this. Hence me liking 311. I got too deep into irony and it became my favorite thing in the world. But like, I love this song. And I was in a relationship with a great, awesome, nice gal besides everything she said or did ever. But this happened one day. I was doing my normal Sunday shit where I take a tropical bubble bath. Ladies, it's a dude thing. You wouldn't get it. It's a boys' time where it's a tap-out man cave situation where we take a tropical bubble bath and listen to our tropical jams mix. And I was doing that, and the song Kokomo comes on, and I'm like, oh, by God almighty, finally. Finally, it's time to really relax. I kicked the flip-flops I was wearing in the bathtub off. You gotta be safe in the tub. I'm not slipping around. I could break my shoulder. You kidding me? And I was ready to relax. She comes in the bathroom, rude, right off the bat. How dare you? You have no idea what I'm doing in here. I could be doing witchcraft. And 2, she shuts it off. That's a double rude. That's an iPod shuffle. If that falls in the goddamn bathtub, it's never coming back. They discontinued those dumb fucking things. But it's got all my At the Drive-In songs on it, so don't fuck this up. And then she said this. She said this to me, an American man. She goes, I fucking hate this song. And then walked out of the bathroom with no cares at all. And I was just like, oh, shit. Someone forgot they're dating a white dude in their 30s who thinks professional wrestling is real. This is not going to end well for anybody. My people are monsters. We freak out when Spider-Man's a different color. We can't handle wait, what? He's not a sexy white teen? I'm out of here. I swear to God, if Iron Man's not a super rich Republican, I'm leaving. How dare you? And so our relationship became a fucking Kokomo nightmare for her from that point on. Because I took it personal and I made it personal. Where I just play it all the fucking time. There was an app on my phone where I'd play it when we'd go into bars and restaurants. And just be like, oh, that's fucking weird. Started playing at parties. I burned a CD with just Kokomo. It's a compact disc if you're a cool teen that snuck in here. Broke it off in her fucking car stereo. Just Kokomo all day. Started quoting it when we'd make love. Hell yeah. Not the Bermuda, Bahama parts, because it's disrespectful to yell out island names when you're inside of someone. Don't do it, it's confusing. They're like, how dare it, my vagina looks nothing like Montego. Get out of here. But it was we're gonna get there fast. but I'm going to take it slow. And then I do a cool saxophone solo, because that's, okay, fine. No one's buying into that, but you'll buy into that my parents bought drugs? Fine. They really did. So anyways, here's what happened. One day, she was like, hey, we have to break up. I'm out of here. And I was like, what? What? How? This perfect relationship? I mean, come on. I kind of hit you with my car once. And we both cheat on each other every other weekend. But I'm going to blame that goddamn Beach Boys song for the rest of that. Beach Boys song ruined a perfect relationship. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for Andrew Bueno. Hell yeah.
Howdy tea, everybody. That's our show. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ratio Beerworks. You're all beautiful. Join us.